Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about a topic that's sparking a lot of debate, Section 8 housing abuse and the push for reform. Now, Section 8 is supposed to provide temporary help for families who need assistance with housing. But over the years, some people have turned it into a long-term lifestyle, and that's creating problems for taxpayers and for those who truly need help. As stated in another video I made, $45 billion of taxpayer dollars goes towards Section 8 benefits every year, and HUD is only able to serve 1 out of 4 families. Let's take a look at some examples of what's happening.
If you go get a job, they're going to take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job. They're going to count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you got to say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that.
Ma, I'm saying how I'm supposed to be successful in life, Ma. So you basically telling me I gotta be broke to be successful? I gotta be broke so I can get Section 8?
You gotta be
so
broke so the government can help you.
So the government can help me. So you telling me I can't work no job, bro? Like, that's like all my friends got jobs and live in nice houses. So you telling me I got to go through the same thing you went through?
If you don't do any of that, they're going to take my Section 8.
How?
And I'm
won't
trying
they be
to tell
like?
you
Won't
that
they
you
be?
can go get yours at ease. You can go get a
They will.
nice house.
No, they will look at that and be like, he's doing something and give me a bigger house, Ma. That's what you told me.
Where I'm gonna go? I don't have no job.
I can get off your Section 8 and apply for my own Section 8.
But if you do that, you're gonna have to go the hard way. It's gonna take long.
So what? That's what I'm
Wait
saying.
a few months, get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card. You will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. The government is here to help us.
This is heartbreaking. Instead of encouraging her son to work and build independence, she's telling him to stay unemployed so the family can keep their Section 8 voucher. It has been questioned whether or not this is a skit that was posted on TikTok. Would a mom actually have a conversation like this with her child? I don't know. But one thing I do know is that this is exactly the kind of situation critics talk about, where the system, intentionally or not, can discourage people from working and becoming self-sufficient. Here's another example.
Okay, so this story is about how I lost my Section 8 voucher. Yes, your girl was on Section 8 for many, many years. This was years ago, y'all, okay? So, how I lost my Section 8 voucher. So I was in a relationship and we decided we was going to get married, okay? Okay, cool. So I'm like, I'm on Section 8. I don't want them to know that I'm married because they're going to combine our income. And at the time, my rent was like, kind of low. At the time, my kids was little. My kids are now 28, 25, and my twins are 23, so they grown now. Okay, so I was like, I'm going to just do it. I ain't going to tell them that I got married, okay? Wrong decision. Okay, so we decide to get married. We go to Las Vegas. We get married or whatever. So, after we get married, I'm happy. So I post pictures on Facebook. After you do something, I had pictures all over Facebook. Yeah, I just got married, this and that, this and that, this and that. I ain't think nothing of it. And he told me, don't do that. He was like, don't post pictures of us getting married on Facebook. I'm like, man, I ain't listening to him. I wish I would have listened. Because, baby, little did I know, somebody from the Housing Authority was going through social media, checking people's social media account. Because they seen all my pictures. And I can laugh about this now because it's funny now because it's years later now. And back then it wasn't funny. I wish I could get Section 8 again. I miss them days, okay? I wish that I would give anything to get a Section 8 voucher right now, okay? So I get this letter in the mail one day, and it's a termination letter. So I'm like, what the hell? I ain't think nothing of it at the time. So I cannot remember, but I think at the bottom it tells you why they terminating you. And I can't remember exactly what it said, but it had something I know I was terminated. So I was like devastated, y'all. So, I asked for a hearing. Okay, so they give me this hearing, and my hearing date approaches. So I go to the hearing, girl, child. When I walked into that damn Housing Authority, I walked into that room. Why they had all my pictures I posted on Facebook laid out on the table? Every last one. I mean, they printed them out. They was big. I was like, I wanted to take them home and put them in the frame. Can I add up pictures? So I'm in there like, damn. Okay. Because, at this time, I already knew what I cannot remember what the letter said, but I kind of knew what it, what I was down, why I was getting terminated, So we go through the hearing and stuff, and they ask me, we see that you've gotten married. Are y'all living together? So I'm like, yeah, I am married. We just got married. But no, we're not living together. He lives with his mom. He doesn't live in the same household as I live in. Because, at the time, he still has his mom's address on his license. So if they needed proof, I could show them that. So they asked me all these questions and stuff. I can't remember exactly what they asked me, but it's like 5 people in this room, y'all. And I'm trying to convince these that we don't live together, okay? But they didn't fall for it. So I think they told me they was going to give me a decision. They was going to send a letter in the mail. Yeah, I think that's what happened. When they got a decision, they was going to send a letter in the mail to me. And I was going, that was going to be my final decision, their final decision. So I think a couple weeks later, I think I got a letter in the mail. They told me I was terminated. That's how I lost my Section 8 voucher.
This shows how some people try to hide life changes like marriage or new jobs to keep benefits. And it's not just about one person, it's taxpayers' dollars, and every spot taken by someone gaming the system is a spot not available for a family truly in crisis. Let's be clear. Section 8 was never meant to be a permanent lifestyle. It was designed to be a temporary safety net to help people get back on their feet. But when recipients hide income, fail to report changes, or discourage loved ones from working, it creates a cycle of dependency that can last for generations. Even HUD leadership has acknowledged this problem.
No, and our welfare system deviated from what it was intended to be from its origin. It was intended for the most vulnerable, to the most needy in our country. But now we've created welfare as a lifestyle in our country. And America is not a welfare state. America is a country of opportunity and a country of entrepreneurship. And I was visiting one of our public housing authorities, the residents that live there in a city in our country. And I was visiting with them about the deplorable conditions that they live in one of our public housing authorities, which we're taking inventory of all of those as well. And I heard the testimony of one young lady said, I have been living in this public housing authority in this project since 1973. That means she has been living there since birth or shortly thereafter. And so because of that, her mother, probably her grandmother, raised her there. She's living there. Now she's raising her children there. And so that's the paradigm that we want to change. My parents, neither one of them went to college, but they both instilled in me a tremendous work ethic, and it has made our family stronger. And that's what we want here, not just at HUD, but from the administration, our country overall, is to have young people to see those coming before them, working hard, providing for them families, because if young people are incentivized to work, that will change our culture. It'll change our workforce. It'll increase earnings, increase family stability. And so that's what we're after here at HUD. That's what the president and our administration is after. And Maria, I believe that it is beneficial for the posterity of our country, the rehabilitation and the reconciliation of our families.
No doubt about it.
I'm excited about it.
Secretary, it's a great point. It's a great angle to be focused on and has so many impacts. Thank you, sir.
So as you saw in this recent interview, HUD Secretary Turner talked about how some families rely on government assistance for generations, creating what he called a welfare lifestyle. He's pushing for reforms that will require recipients to work a certain number of hours to keep their benefits. President Trump has also proposed a major change. One of his proposals for the 2026 budget is a limit to Section 8 housing to just 2 years for able-bodied adults. The idea is that if you're able to work, you'd have a set amount of time to use the benefit while you find employment and become self-sufficient, freeing up vouchers for those who are elderly, disabled, or truly in need. If you'd like to learn more about Trump's 2026 budget proposals, watch this video here. Now, a 2-year limit sounds great in theory. It can motivate people to get on their feet faster and make sure help goes to those who really need it. Some argue it might hurt families who are trying but still struggling, especially in high-cost housing markets where 2 years might not be enough to stabilize. So what do you think? Should there be a time limit for able-bodied Section 8 recipients? Should there be work requirements to keep housing assistance? Or would these changes unfairly punish people who are genuinely trying to improve their situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to hear what you think. If you found this video informative, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real estate and housing discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.